and welcome to the Community Residual Cash Flow Network. My name is Charles Grant, and I am excited about connecting with you today. I want to commend you for taking the time to come over and check out what we have available for you. And basically what we have is this. We have identified a way to empower people just like you, and we want to communicate a message to you, and the message is simple. It's that you have the freedom, opportunity, privilege, right, power to transform your financial life. And I believe it so much that I want to challenge you to a 90-day money makeover challenge. That take 90 days, plug into our system, and simply follow what we teach you and advise you to do. And I believe that you'll see that in 90 days, your financial life will be transforming. And if you give it anywhere between 90 days and a year, you can turn your financial life around and create the kind of cash flow that you want or need in your life. It's that kind of a deal. It's really just a three-step process. Think it, learn it, and do it. You have the freedom, the ability, and the power to transform your financial life. Now, you may not think that, you may not believe that, but I'm going to take about 10 minutes to share some fundamentals that identify how you and virtually anyone can take control of your financial life and make it what it is that you want it to be. We're saying to you that you don't have to rely upon an employer for a paycheck for 20, 30, or more years. You just do not have to do that. And I know that that's what most of the world is doing, but think about it. Most of the world is also struggling, right? So if you keep doing that, you're going to keep getting the results that those people get. So we are about empowering men and women to take control of their financial lives, because we've been able to identify a few fundamentals that make all the difference in the world. And for some reason, these fundamentals aren't readily taught and shared with people, but we're here to share it with folks just like you right here, right now. So we're going to share those fundamentals, and we're saying that the process is simple. And three phrases really identify it. Think it, learn it, and do it. It's not enough to think it, even though it begins with your thinking, because money's simply an idea. It starts in your head. You got to think it, but then you have to learn the true fundamentals and the formula, and we're going to share those things with you. So thinking and learning, but where change occurs is when you take action. When you take that knowledge and you apply it, that's how you make things change. So our name embodies the core fundamentals that we want to share with you right here, right now. Community Residual Cash Flow Network. Community embodies the word unity, because that's one of the core fundamentals. United effort, teamwork, working together, and that's a choice. You can work individually or you can work collectively. You can work on your own or you can work together. But if you look at the world around you, look at corporate America, you can see that dynamic in place, because employers hire employees. You know, the team is this network of employees. They work together to produce a common result, and that result earns millions and even billions of dollars for the company, the owner, while the average employee earns less than $40,000 a year. So even though they're working together in united effort as a team, it's really not a fair sharing of the wealth. The employer gets the lion's share, and the employees take away a relatively small paycheck. We're talking about working in a system where everybody can win. But that's one of the dynamics. Community, working together, united effort. Number two, residual, because residual is talking about how you get paid. You can choose to work in a system where you get paid one time for the work that you do, or you can choose to work in a system where you get paid repeatedly for the same effort. And given the choice, I'd rather get paid repeatedly for any effort that I do. In fact, I made the decision years ago that if I was going to do some work, I wanted it attached to residual income. You know, if I'm gonna do this work anyway, this one body of work, why not get paid again and again and again for that work rather than just one time? Well, most people are on that treadmill where they got to do some work and get paid. They have to do more work to get paid again, whereas some of us are on a path where you do work one time and you get paid, and you get paid again and again and again and again and again for that same effort. That's what residual is all about. And then cash flow, very, very powerful word. And cash flow is talking about the income coming in, that when you have income coming in, and if there's any expenses associated with that income, the income is greater than the expense, so you have positive cash flow. Now, most people have a paycheck coming in, but when they when they do all their spending for the month, most people have more month left than they do money, so they have negative cash flow. And since that paycheck is their only source of income or cash flow, they're in that loop, that bondage, that thing that we call the rat race, where they have to keep going through this cycle of working for money, getting paid, just having enough to cover the bills, or most of them anyway. And they keep going through that routine month after month after month, and some people do that for 20, 30, and even more years. Which then you don't have to do that. You got to learn how to produce cash flow rather than just relying upon an employer for a paycheck. And we have a system in place that will allow you to tap into it and simply get this dynamic of unity, residual, and cash flow working for you. Then the last word I want to touch on real quick is network, because the network is really talking about the engine, the power source to producing income. Again, when you look at the employer, his or her network is these employees. For example, Microsoft has around 60,000 employees. Walmart has around 2 million employees. That's an employee network. That's power. That's what allows them to be so large and earn so many mega millions and even billions of dollars. And the point you need to take away from this is that you have the freedom, right, and opportunity to get that same dynamic of leverage working for you. And that's what the network is about. So we're the Community Residual Cash Flow Network because we have all those dynamics built into this system, which if you choose to join our network, all you really have to do is get eyeballs in front of this particular video, because we've set the system up so that we do all of the explaining, illustrating, and systematizing, because our system works like this. When a person joins, it automatically assigns each new member to the next available slot, which means that people get in on a first come, first served basis. And if you understand that, it just makes sense to take action and get in position, because even though you're in business for yourself, you're not in business by yourself. We have this system which works 24/7, helping everybody win. So in closing, what I want to say to you, what I want to urge you to do is take action. Position yourself to prosper. Whereas most people are positioned to struggle, position yourself to prosper and simply invite other people to do the same thing. It's really that simple. Think it, learn it, and do it. And when you do it, I look forward to speaking with you again on the other side. Take care for now.